Okay, we have another reactivity session today. And now it's with this little guy who supposedly is reactive to black dogs and cattle dogs. Now, I'm trying to find out in this session where the reactivity comes from. Some of it can come from through an owner, just through not knowing how to handle, can come from aggression, fear, various ways, as you guys know if you've been watching my videos. So he walks on a head halty, which his owners have on, which work really good for him. He's good off lead. It's all lead reactivity, which is a common thing we're dealing with these days, unfortunately. But we're just going to do an assessment here. We're going to bring a black dog in named Luna and see. I'm not going to correct this little guy at the start. I want to see how his reactivity is, and then we're going to work backwards from there, regress. We're going to try food only. We're going to see if we can get his attention, put him in a sit and so forth, without any sort of in the way of positive punishment. And then if this doesn't respond, we're going to build it up, escalate it until we get the response we're after, and hopefully get this guy under control. He looks very happy so far. Let's see how we go. So like I said, at the start, there's going to be no correcting. I want to see what his reactivity is like. And we're going to stay at a threshold.
Ready?
Yep. And we're just going to let it happen at the start. There's nothing happening here. I'm just going to keep them there. I'm just going to walk around. We're going to bring him to slowly bring him to a closer distance until we don't want reactivity, but I need to see what we're talking about here. So I'm just letting him do his thing, basically. I'm pretending to be someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Well, so like I was saying to the owner initially, just because he's got no reactivity, it doesn't mean this dog doesn't react. Luna's giving off a good vibe.
Good girl, Luna.
And that's a lot of it when it comes down to. Luna's not showing much interest and being very calm. So it could be related to that. I did say to the owner, do you think, I remember saying to him, do you think it's a black dog thing or a body language thing? And he seems to think it was a specific type of dog. I have a feeling it's more on a dog's body language. And it could be related to on the street. So we'll answer that as well soon. So we've got nothing here. I can't even force any reactivity, which I don't want any. Ooh, maybe a little bit now. A little bit of stiffness there. Yeah, there it is. There's a little bit of growling, but nothing. That was pretty much for the lack of better description, pretty half-assed. A little bit of stiffness. For owners, that's what you're looking for when your dogs tend to go stiff. No, leave it. Leave it. Come on, quick. Come back. Leave it. Leave it. Good dog.
Good girl, Luna.
Good dog.
Good girl, Luna.
Good girl, Luna. That was a bit, you hear Maddie praising Luna there, and that's really deserved praise because that was very good. Nothing back. And I wouldn't have blamed her if she did. Now, you guys might have a problem with my correction there, but have a look what that correction's done. There hasn't been a snarl since. Not a scared dog. Look, the dog's not scared of me. Look, far from it, actually. Complete opposite. But what does this dog realise? That behaviour is not acceptable. So I was just saying to Maddie, and she noticed it too, like I was about to say. I think it was a lead thing. As soon as she realised he was on the lead, so I'm going to drop the lead again. I want to see if we get any same interaction. Hey, pop, 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 pop. Come here. And see if there's any real... Huh?
Good girl.
Good dog. And again, the owner did say this is always connected to the lead. So yes, I think there's two issues there. It's a body language thing and it's a lead thing. So the way we answer that is when your dog does get to another dog, you need to have a loose lead. I'm always saying that to you guys. If you have a tight lead, your dog's going to feel braver, feel more protected, like you can hold it back. So here, it's not always completely foolproof, but I want a loose lead like this. Hey, come here. Nice loose lead. Luna, loose lead. Luna, come here, puppy. Luna, come on, Luna. Yeah, a little bit of void. Can't blame you, Luna. It's a grumpy little guy. Huh? He's happy, but he's grumpy with some dogs. So while Maddie gets another dog, I want to touch on that correction again, because I know people watch that and go, that was excessive, that was really harsh on this dog. And some of you are probably thinking, why aren't you using food rewards? Bunch of dogs over there going, plain rough. Why aren't you using food rewards and try threshold training and things like this? Problem with that threshold training, you saw it there was nothing for a minute and then a sudden reaction, which I knew might happen. And yes, it was a firm correction through that head halting. But after that correction, we got no reactivity after that, none. So I need you guys to just open your minds a little bit and not be too judgmental on something that you see, but then and close yourself off to an end result, if that makes sense. It's all about getting to an end result and getting this dog realizing that this antisocial behavior is unacceptable. Do I want to correct a dog like that? No, I want to avoid it. And I tried, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. I know no matter what I say, there's people out there disagree, and that's going to be life. But now we're going to go on the dog and see how we go. We have another dog coming in, and now we know with this guy, there's a little build-up. Nothing at the start. This is why, you know, the start is not necessarily completely accurate. You've got to take your time and wait. And then you saw that reactivity. So let's see. We've got another black dog here. Let's see if we get more build-up. We have good body language. Look at this. This dog wants to meet other dogs. Watching the jip, watching the lips, watching the head. Nice. Letting the dog greet. This is all you're looking for, guys. All the butt sniffs and things like that. Nice dog behavior. Good dog. See if we get any reactivity. We've obviously got a black dog. We've got a big dog. Good greeting. Good dog. That's the way. Good body language.
No.
Nice. I don't think we're going to get any reactivity this time. It's really good. Good dog. Yes.
That's a good boy. Yeah.
Good dog. Look at him.
Hello. Good boy.
Look at that traumatized dog after that correction. So traumatized. Huh?
Good boy.
Man, you look so sad.
Look at the tail go.
Oh, now that's on you for jumping and doing that. Think. Here we go. That's actually nice. See that? See how he offered his back end there a little bit? That was that nice little play mode there. It was subtle. He sort of walked up and put his butt there. And that's a dog that sort of wants to interact. They jumping on me. Do you have any more black dogs over there? So that was a nice second meeting. Got no reactivity there, and there was a little subtle play movement there where you saw the sort of back up, the butt go in, and when a dog puts its butt towards another dog, it generally doesn't feel threatened much at all because it's letting its teeth be near there, you know, the back area. So it feels pretty comfortable, and that's what we're looking for, your dog to look comfortable with other dogs. If they're always looking side eye, that whale eye, and that real stiffness, that's what you want to avoid. If your dog does that and does that stare and that stiffness, don't let that go past a couple of seconds. Walk the dogs apart. Otherwise, that's where you're going to get problems. Sometimes I'll allow it in here because I actually want to see the problem to fix it. If I don't see it, I can't correct it. You know what I mean? So it's like using training where you only work to a threshold and your dog never gets reactive. That's okay if you live in a town with 10 dogs. You might better avoid it. But when you live in a town with thousands of dogs, you have to confront the problem to fix the problem. So we have to see the problem to correct the problem. Now, all I've had to give today is one correction. It was firm, but so far we've had no reactivity since then. So we've got our last black dog coming in. And then we're actually going to do a street walk and come across each other for reactivity and see. So all we're implementing here is this leave it command. Good dog. And I'm not going to do it. The dog's not being bad. Good boy. Good dog. Good. Letting him greet. Doing all the nice normal dog stuff. Good dogs. Good dogs. Yes. There's a lot of eye contact going there. And Lenny can be a little pushy sometimes, but he's been a really nice young dog here. Nice. That's good. This is what we're looking for. That was good. That was a nice little play interaction there. Good boy. Yeah. Good dog. Good dog. I'm going to drop that lead. Good dog. Good boy. Doesn't mean he's not going to get too rough, but so far, good dog. Yes. Might get a little rough and we just mark that behaviour. Sometimes dogs growl when they play. But Lenny's being pretty rough and this little guy's...
Giving it back.
He's a little wrestler, huh?
Gentle Lenny.
Yeah. Good dog. He only told me he can make good friends. Good boy. Good boy. Nice play. But that's pretty rough. Don't worry about the teeth bearing, guys. Teeth bearing for a dog and play is completely normal. A lot of owners misread it. My dog does it every day. I'm sure Maddie's dog does it when it plays, if it plays. Maddie's got a Connie Corso, so doesn't probably play with too many dogs.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not judging Connie Corsos, you owners out there. I'm just saying it is what it is. Okay, leave it. So we pull them apart, leave it. Now we bring them apart, leave it. Come on, leave it. Good job. There we go. Nice play. That was really good play. So what we're going to do now is something I've done before. We're going to do a single dog meeting to meeting, lead on lead. And going to come across each other as if owners in the street never met, dogs haven't met, and see if we get some interaction. But we're going to implement a proactive leave it this time. Now that I've introduced the leave it to this guy, I'm going to give the lead proactively. That means I'm not going to wait for bad behaviour. I'm going to give the leave it command with a small little pull to let him know that if he escalates past that, he knows the consequence for that desire of being aggressive. So walking down the street, we see a dog. Leave it. See that? Little pop. Leave it. Hey, how you going? Oh, nice dog. Do you want to let them meet? Hey, do you guys want to say hello? Hey, what's your dog's name?
This is Luna.
Luna. Luna, Luna, Luna. Hey, puppy. Hey. Hey, say hello. Ah, that's a nice meeting. Oh, very good. Good dogs.
Good girl, Luna.
Yeah, good dogs. Oh, cool. That was nice. Okay. So you have a good day, huh? Bye. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Yes. So that was a nice little first meeting. Even though the dogs have met before, it doesn't matter. Or it matters, but the point is we're in a different environment. So it tends to sort of like reset them a little bit. But look, it definitely has an effect. I know they've met, but it's still a different environment. So we might have seen some reaction there. But I believe pretty strongly that this is related to body language, lead handling, and obedience and corrections, like using that leave it command. But primarily it's knowing the other dog you're coming across. If you pick up on body language of another dog, tail up, very stiff sort of dog, probably just best to avoid your dog from that. If you have a little reactive dog like this guy who's quite a sort of little tough dog and thinking he's tough, you're probably going to get that reactivity if you don't learn to avoid it. And there's no need to overdo it with the dog. If he doesn't know it's not a playmate, you don't need to do it. Just move on, keep moving. Say hi, let him have a quick meeting, and then move on. But a lot of it comes back to having the consequence that outweighs that desire of that antisocial behaviour. If we don't stop that, you're going to have a dog that's potentially bitten. Not going to be a person. Well, it could be a hand that gets in the way. So we need to correct it. It's very, very serious. Okay, let's go again. Here we go. Walking down the street. Oh, look at this nice dog, huh? I'm going to let him make his own good choices here. Oh, hey, and this is how if I show you now how you'd probably meet. Hey, sit. You would do it this way. You'd say, hey, how you going? What's your dog's name?
Mabel.
Do you mind if these guys meet? Okay, so we might have a little meeting. We might just grab his little back end here, turn him around, see if your dog wants to sniff. No, he doesn't want to sniff, or he does. Good, let him meet. This is good. See this here? If your dog's prepared to expose his belly to another dog in front of him, that's a really good sign of a dog who doesn't want trouble, because they're exposing the most vulnerable body parts. And that's the ultimate in I don't want to fight. So I'll be very surprised if we got any altercation between these guys by the fact that he laid down and rolled on his back. And you notice the difference in this one's body language? Much more chilled than Luna. So Luna definitely sets him off with the tail erect and the stiffness. It's about knowing what dogs you're going to meet in the street. Say hello, buddy.
Hi.
Hey?
Good boy.
Yeah?
Good job.
Good boy. Good dog.
Cute.
Yeah, so like I was saying, that really reinforced what I was just saying to you guys about the body language and knowing the dog. Maple, I think it is Maple, gave off really good vibes there, super chilled. So we got no reactivity. Doesn't mean it's never going to happen, but it's a pretty good chance of it. It's very much like you've got your kids. You tell your kids to make good choices with their friends. You don't want them to hang out friends that are going to create problems and bad habits in your child. Same with your dog. You want to watch other dogs. Not every dog gives off a good vibe. You want to try and avoid dogs that are possibly going to bring out reactivity out of your dogs. So learn that when you're coming across a dog on the street. Does that other dog look uncomfortable? Doesn't mean you can always avoid it, but you can give that preemptive leave it and teach your dog you are not to act on that desire. The desire is to be aggressive and attack the dog, grumble and growl. The consequence has to be that correction. Start nice. We try verbal. We try be corrective in the way of positive reinforcement, give food, redirect. Food wasn't going to work in that instant. I know for 100% fact that food would not have worked. The desire was too strong. So it needed that correction at the start to teach Jed that that behaviour is not acceptable. So we're going to do non-black now, and we're going to see if we get reactivity still. We're going to do Maddie first, and then we're going to bring a light coloured dog in that does give off a bit of stiffness and a vibe, and we'll see if we get reactivity. Because we've done all the black dog thing. So this is Maddie. Maddie's just a little puppy. Gives off a nice vibe. Doesn't do any staring, doesn't do any... So we're going down to...
Good girl.
It's the only way to answer the question. Don't do black dogs, and we'll see. But it's not definitive, nowhere near it. I feel that if you bring any coloured dog in here and gives a bad vibe off, this little guy's probably going to do the same reaction. Huh? Yeah, see, there it is there. A couple of little snarls, see it? And we've got a completely opposite coloured dog. So it's definitely not a black dog thing. It's a personal space, attitude thing. Yeah? Sometimes there's no, you can't label it like 100%. It's just some dogs got an attitude. They think they're tough and they want to show their dominance and show their toughness around dogs. And that's really all there is to it sometimes. And we just need to teach them it's not acceptable. I've given this guy enough free run. Now I'm going to get a bit more serious with this proactive leave it. Leave it. No. Leave it. I'm letting him know that I'm watching. Leave it. Leave it. That's better. We've done enough testing with the dog. Now it's about teaching this guy what's acceptable, what's not. Leave it. Good dog. Leave it. Good dog. Like I said, I've given this guy enough freedom to show me what his behaviour is all about. He's gotten away with some bad behaviour. Not acceptable. Now I'm going to give the preemptive leave it. I give a little pop. It's not a correction like a harsh one. It's like going tap, tap, I'm watching. That's all I'm doing there with that preemptive leave it. And then we're just going to go dog after dog after dog for like 30 seconds. Okay, here we go again. New dog, leave it. Little one like that, just a little leave it. Leave it, be nice. And if your dog has a very good memory with a good leave it and a good correction, yeah, that's what we want. Leave it. I don't care if he doesn't want to know the other dog. Leave it, no. Even that little snarl, we're not even going to let that escalate. Good dog. Hey, hey. If he shows disinterest, fine, good dog. I'm going to reward good behaviour. Yes, good dog. Yes. One more. Yes, good dog. Huh? Yes, that's what I want. Nice dog. Leave it. Good dog. So we're just going repetitions here, guys. Repetitions. We have the facility, we have the dogs, and we go dog after dog. Here's another one. Okay, what do we do? Proactive, leave it. Leave it. Okay, preemptive. We know the dog, so we don't wait for the behaviour. And if you've taught that command good enough, that dog will know that there's a consequence for not listening. Good dog. Yes. That's what I want. Good dog. Leave it. Ah, good leave it. Little snarl there, but response when I gave the leave it. That's better. You've got to leave it. Good dog. Yes. And we're trying to get to the positive reinforcement, guys. Leave it. I don't want to be correcting dogs, but sometimes you've got to go through a little journey first to get there. Leave it. Good dog. And we don't need to push the issue. Your dog may never be a dog that wants to play with other dogs. That's life, but provided it doesn't attack them, we're happy. I just want to touch on that point a bit more. Your dog may never be a social dog that loves other dogs, but provided they don't act on it and get aggressive, that's all we can ask for more than anything. Okay, we've got a big dog here, Cyril. Okay, leave it, leave it. I give it a little leave it, leave it, leave it. Yes, good dog, good dog. Yes, that's what I want, leave it. Good dog, Cyril. Hey, buddy. Good puppy, leave it. Yes, leave it. Good, leave it. Good, leave it. Good, let him meet you.
Good boy.
Yes, leave it.
Good job.
Good puppy. Good boy. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Whoa, I know I repeated it a lot there. I was just trying to push it into him. Got a little snarl, but I avoided any physical. I wanted him to make a good choice. Okay, so you can see there, work in progress. This guy's got a lot of work to do, but we did answer a few questions. It's not a black dog thing. It's a tension thing. It's a body language thing that other dogs give off. And it's just some rude behavior. So often we look for these scientific special reasons. Sometimes you just have a dog that has just got bad manners and needs correcting. And he thinks he's a tough little guy and needs to be told what's up, that he's not allowed to act like that through that command. I don't like saying it too much around a dog unless he's using it, but it was leave it. But he's had a little consequence for that desire. And if we do more of that and more of that, I think we can get a lot better. Will we muzzle him? I'd probably look at muzzling this guy if I needed to in certain areas, just to make sure that he can't hurt another dog, because we saw that he will act on it. So I would muzzle him, especially if he's going to be off lead, and it makes the owner feel a lot more secure. Guys, if you like, please subscribe, share, do all those things. I really appreciate it. I hope you get something out of this video. Bye.